All right, today we got user 806144.
These are some rules that my boyfriend has for me. And before you guys say that this is crazy, we have respect in our relationship and we trust each other. And I think these are valid rules for him to have for me. Okay, so I can only go to the gym if he's coming with me. Like he doesn't let me go to the gym by myself because he thinks that like guys are just gonna be looking at me weird, and you know what? I understand. So we go to the gym together. I have to let him go.
How many of you guys have a problem with this? Now, obviously, all the critics are going to have a massive issue because they're going to make it all about trust and all the wrong things, right? But how many of you guys that watch this have a genuine issue with this idea? I'm really curious. Let's be completely upfront. If you go to the gym as a girl, you are inevitably going to have guys looking at you. This is just the way it is. They may not make a move, and it's not a guarantee that even if they did, the girl is going to be receptive to it. But the potential for that always exists.
Through my phone once a week. And at first I didn't really like this. I was like, that's weird. But at the end of the day, like it just reassures him, and I don't really see a big deal in it. Like whatever, you can go through my phone. So whatever.
Okay, so the ultimate truth here is that this guy is sort of onto something. For me, myself, I don't love preaching this idea. I think there are better ways of discovery. I think that if you have an instinct that you've tuned and worked on, I think that instinct will do you way better than having to look through her messages on a weekly basis. However, that being said, if you do, for whatever reason, ask your girl to look through her phone and she offers up a massive resistance, this is going to be a problem. It's simply an issue around the dynamics of the relationship. Now, I know a lot of people are going to have a problem with this, obviously, because all they care about is control and false equivalencies. The standards between men and women are obviously going to be different. What we look for in each other is obviously different. I'm going to confidently assume that the guy who's with her probably takes care of all the aspects of her life, or at least the majority of them. He probably even pays for those long nails as well. With that, he wants the consistent guarantee that he's the only guy in her world at that time. The logic fully checks out. Now, as I've said, I personally don't prefer this approach of a weekly check-in because it's so easy to dodge that if the girl really wanted to, especially if it's on a consistent basis. I genuinely think there are better ways of going about this, such as keen observation and constantly monitoring her emotions privately, of course. That being said, this guy still has the full right to request whatever he wants, and if this girl agrees, it's perfectly mutual and there shouldn't be any problems with this whatsoever. Even though obviously a lot of people online are going to have giant issues with this and telling her to get rid of him and all this stupid shit.
I'm only allowed to wear bikinis like when I'm by myself with him, like if we're at his pool or whatever. But when we go to the beach and like there's other people there, I can only wear one piece. Like he doesn't like me going anywhere public with a bikini on. This one I feel like is pretty normal because I feel like a lot of people like have this as a rule. I'm not allowed to have any guy friends. Like this one, some people might find weird. Like I'm not even allowed to be friends with my guy cousins. But whatever, like I don't even really care. Like if my man doesn't feel comfortable with it, like it's fine.
You notice how submissive and non-problematic she truly is. For the majority of people, again, this is going to seem hyper-controlling, but in reality, there's obviously a basis to this. Any guy with his masculinity intact is going to have a territorial instinct, and that territorial instinct is obviously going to make it so he does not want other men to look at his woman sexually. Period. To a lot of people, this is not idealistic. Even though the girl is technically being controlled here to some degree, I still understand the guy's perspective as to why he wants it this way. Hey guys, before we continue, I just want to quickly let you know that I do have a dating course available where I go over all the essential concepts of modern dating. Make sure to check it out. I put the link in the description for you. Let's get back to the video.
Every time I'm hanging out with my friends, I have to send them a video of like my surroundings and who's there hanging out with us, which I think is fine. Like, I mean, if he wants to see who I'm with, like that's fine. Like sometimes I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, like can you show me who you're with or like where you are or whatever.
Okay, so I'm starting to get that instinct that this video might in fact be a rage bait video. Just the way that she described that with her expression makes me think that she's saying that just to get as much controversy on this video as possible. I'm at that point where I highly doubt that every time this girl leaves the house, she's sending a video to her boyfriend. There's an old folk saying from the old country, believe, but double check. If you've ever lived in a chaotic part of the world, you'll understand this. It's not that you don't want to believe the person. You believe them, but you have to double check for your own sanity. Once again, a lot of people are going to have a problem with this because because it can be seen as a fear-based mindset. Many times in the real world, being proactive gets you a hell of a lot further than being reactive. And I think in this scenario, that's what this is about.
This one I don't think is a big deal at all, but I'm just gonna say it. I have to have all my exes blocked on everything. And I mean, I don't care, like, whatever, but yeah. So my
Cheap insurance on behalf of the guy, because let's be honest, it's not that he's necessarily insecure, but if you don't have them blocked, it could open an avenue to future communication. Let's be honest though, every guy wants those communication channels closed anyways.
my boyfriend doesn't let me sleep over my best friend's house. She's only allowed to sleep over my house because he doesn't trust that, like, if I sleep over, like, we won't have boys over or whatever. I don't know, like, it's weird, but I don't care. Like, she's allowed to sleep over my house, so it's fine.
Once again, how often are 20-plus-year-olds having sleepovers? Probably not that often. This is another rage bait tactic, but it is what it is.
There's more rules, but I don't know, like, there's low-key too many to say. But yeah, that's some of the rules that I have in my relationship with my boyfriend. I think they're all pretty valid. At first, some of them, like, they had to grow on me, but when he, like, explained it to me and why he felt like we needed these boundaries, I understood. And yeah, I love my boyfriend.
It'd be really funny if this whole video was just a stunt by this girl to get white knight guys to reach out to her to attempt to save her. Then again, it could also just be a super advanced OnlyFans tactic, but who knows? The final thing I'll say on this is, guys, please don't let your girl go on TikTok and say all these things online. You've already banned her from sleepovers. You've already banned her from having guy friends. If you've done all of these things, then why are you letting her post TikTok videos online about how she has all of these rules put on her? It doesn't make any sense to me. Get your priorities checked out. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check my links in the description below.